Okay.
Right.
It's fine.
You don't want tea?
I do, but if it makes you feel some type of way to get it, then you don't have to.
I'm gonna get the tea.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That was a bit of a domestic right there. Hope you enjoy that. Shall we intro?
Hi guys, it's just Gina here with Big Red Juice and Brent's not here. And this is Meet Us After 7. Oh, that's clearly not connected.
Yeah, it's not connected.
Wrong phone?
No, right phone. Just
Right place.
didn't connect the Bluetooth there. Let
Wrong
me just
time.
start that again for you guys. All right, from the top, please.
Hi guys, it's just Gina here with Big Man News. What?
You gonna say Finchley?
I don't know where. I was going to say featuring. I don't know.
Future.
Hi guys, it's just Gina here with Big Man News and Brent, and this is Meet Us After 7.
I'm pressing play, people.
Clap, 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 clap.
There we go. There we go. Up the volume a bit as well. Have some bombs. Rich boy. There you go. Episode 229. This episode is pre-recorded, by the way. Just in case we talk about anything that's like current.
Mm-hmm.
Gina is not here right now. She's currently in Ghana.
Yep.
So it's, what day is it today? Today is Friday, 2:30. Well, it's meant to be 2:30. This is a pre-recorded episode. So if anything is said that is out of date, then
Forgive.
we sorry, but I just thought I'd give you guys the true context of the situation at hand. Yeah, very interesting conversation we had off here. I'm sure we can spill it over here without giving too much away.
Yeah.
Money management.
Forgive and forgive.
Very important.
It really is
Very important.
in this day and age.
It is important. But also, I think it comes down to like just what you're about, innit?
And this is the thing, right? Not everybody lives for the future. Some people generally live for the now.
Yeah.
And I guess it's about what is important to you.
Yeah.
Because money comes and goes, innit? Nothing's guaranteed. We all know this.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, I like to always live not on the side of caution, but have a balance.
Yeah.
So I still want to enjoy life as I see fit now, but I'm still preparing for my future because who's this? Like, for example, I feel like the pandemic has been a massive kind of like eye-opener or like just a reality check, to be honest with you, of how you can't plan for the future. And as much as you feel like things can, like financially, even from a business perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of businesses that have been impacted over the last year. Can you imagine, literally, was it yesterday that this time last year, it was declared that we are in like a national pandemic?
Yeah.
So it's literally been a whole year, right? And certain businesses have literally suffered and probably didn't predict for it. So yeah, it's for me, living for the now, cool story, but things like this have proper like made me think, listen, you need to like prepare for your future, innit? Because even like wanting to buy clothes and stuff like that, like I barely bought anything during lockdown, and obviously retail therapy is a thing, especially when we're all stuck at home. But I was like, this stuff generally don't mean shit, you know. Like I have nowhere to go. Like I'm gonna go spend $1,000 on footwear that's gonna just collect dust. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas previously, I might have been more inclined. I wanted to change my car this year. I was ready to get the car that I wanted, visioned. And then now I'm like, I'm not spending that much money. I'm not doing it because I'm going to be driving to the petrol station in my house. Like if I'd bought the car last year, I would have been livid.
Okay.
Like mortified because the car I want is not cheap.
What car was it?
Do I have to say? No, I don't. I want a Porsche Macan or Cayenne.
Is that the Porsche truck?
The 4x4. Yeah.
I don't like those, you know.
I love them.
I've never liked them.
I love them. Absolutely love. There's two though. There's the Cayenne, which is the smaller one, and the Macan's the bigger one.
You know what it is? I've realised about myself, I don't like the truck versions of cars.
Okay.
I don't like the Lamborghini truck. Everyone loves it.
I don't get how, because the Urus,
The thing is,
obviously
yeah.
because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But if I got there,
I don't like it.
the first thing I'm buying is the Urus.
And I love Lamborghinis. Like, Lamborghinis is my favorite brand of car. I love Lambos. But the Urus, I'm not feeling it.
Absolutely breathtaking.
The Bentley truck, not feeling it at all.
Bentley truck is nice though.
The Porsche truck, never really felt it either. I've never really liked the truck versions
It's a truck,
of the cars.
you know. No, it's funny because it's not a truck.
Not a
but
truck, sorry.
It's a 4x4, yeah.
Or the Range Rover.
Do you know what it
size.
is? It's because, okay, I don't like big cars.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah. I've never liked massive big cars. So the thing I like about the Porsche Macan.
Buy the car though, please.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
No,
Buy the car.
anyway. But the reason why I like the Porsche Macan is because it's quite small.
Yeah.
Even though it's a 4x4,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a 4x4.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a cute.
Yeah.
And I don't like Ranges. Well, not like I don't like Ranges, but I just feel like it's
I've always loved Range Rovers.
I do, but
Always.
I just would never get one because it's very saturated.
Yeah.
And like a typical car in our community. Not that I'm trying to be outside of the community,
Yeah.
but I just
Yeah.
I'm
But Ranges aren't that common in our community. The Range
Evoque is but I don't.
very
But
common.
it's the thing. I don't like big cars.
I
so
don't like the Evoque though.
I like the Evoque because it's small. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
No, the Evoque is cute,
I
but
like-
to me, it's not a Range Rover.
I
to
know,
me.
but I wouldn't buy the Range because they're just really big. And I like
Yeah.
Evoques because they're small and the cuter
Yeah,
version. So
yeah.
I will always, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
the cars I like,
Yeah.
if I was going to go get a Range, I'd get an Evoque. And I don't
Okay.
want to get an Evoque because
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
But you weren't going to buy the Porsche outright, were you?
no.
Exactly. So you can still do it. You just put your down payment down.
No, I know, but still, even the maintenance of the car. Like, remember,
Yeah.
I've got a car that is 1 litre. I need you to take me in.
Listen, diesel prices this week
Like,
have gone up, you know.
My car,
Livid.
the car that I own
Yeah.
is, I don't even see it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I don't pay road tax.
Yeah.
It's tiny. A full tank is like £35.
Yeah.
It's a 1 litre car. It's just so
Yeah.
economically and financially efficient for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So to go from a smart
Yeah.
to a Porsche,
Yeah.
do you understand what I mean?
Gina, who cares? Live life.
See, this is what I'm saying, yeah? So the plan was
Yeah.
for me to do that.
Yeah. Black as well, yeah?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, man.
Of course.
Basically, yeah, Gina's
Who wants
was
to get a Porsche?
a Porsche Cayenne. And I was saying I don't really like...
No, a Macan.
No,
Macan is the small one and the Cayenne's the bigger one. But I don't like big cars. But the
Okay,
thing
cool.
is, because you're better off just buying the Cayenne because
Yeah,
it's bigger.
yeah. Let me just... So basically, we were talking about
Money management.
the convo we had off air, but without context.
Okay.
So money management. Da, da, da. She's saying that she wanted to buy a Porsche, but because of the climate we're in right now, she's glad she didn't buy it, and that's kind of where we're at.
And Yusuff just like, buy the car.
I said buy the car, fuck it, because listen, life happens.
No, obviously in life you have to, but I said, yeah, like the pandemic was a big wake up call and reminder because a lot of us feel like, oh, you know what I mean? Everything's guaranteed and stuff. And I was like, even like buying clothes and all that kind of stuff that I would kind of not waste money on, but just, you know what I mean? In the moment, really want it.
Yeah,
During the pandemic, I didn't have those urges anymore because I was like, where am I wearing this to? Like, where am I going? And obviously, if I did buy the car, I would have been livid, mortified because I'm just driving to the petrol station at my house. Like, that's it.
yeah.
And then this car sitting outside, I'm paying 4 or 5 bills a month. I would have been
That's
livid.
kind of how I felt because I got my new car January last year.
Yeah.
So then 2 months later, we're in the pandemic. I said, I just got this car and now we're in lockdown. But obviously I've gone places, but I haven't...
No, of
you know what
course,
I mean?
but you haven't.
I haven't used it as much as I would have if it wasn't in the lockdown.
No, of course.
But
I'm
obviously,
like,
all the little breaks we've had have helped though. 'Cause obviously-
no. Yeah.
But yeah,
Couldn't you have paused all of those payments because people were supposed to be indoors? They weren't supposed to be traveling.
I didn't look into it.
Nah,
I just carried
bro.
on paying it.
Of course you could.
I don't think you could.
I don't think you could have.
No,
Did you check?
I didn't check. I'm not-
Nobody was supposed to be driving their cars left, right, and center.
I know, but you know what? I didn't. And to be fair, I didn't need
check.
to. So,
Yeah, because you didn't get your Porsche.
yeah. So, I just kind of.
I'm getting an X6.
What is it?
Yes,
It's a nice car.
it's very nice.
So, my alternative. So, this is the thing, right? I was like, am I going to like ease myself into it? But then it's not easing because the alternative car is not a small car either. It's, I always get this wrong. Always get this wrong. I think it's the GLC.
See, that's what I want to get, a GLC or GLE.
So it's either the GLE is the really big one, isn't it? The
Yeah,
huge one.
But the GLC for me, aesthetically, looks better than the GLE. Even the
So-
GLE is a better spec.
Yeah.
The GLC C looks better.
My brother has one of those. I don't know which
Yeah.
one he has, but his one,
The one
the
that's
one
at
I
your house
want,
that time.
the white one.
That was a C.
Yeah, so I want,
Yeah.
and his is a sport
Yeah.
coupe.
Yeah.
It's so sexy,
Yeah.
but I want it in all black
Yeah.
with the black trimmings, everything.
Me and you might have the same car. Because I was
So-
going to trade this car in
For
that I have
that,
now.
That's
Was
like
that-
my design, X6.
yeah. So that's I know. So that's basically again.
Yeah.
If I wasn't gonna get it was basically either the Porsche
Yeah.
or the Mercedes,
Yeah.
and then I was like, maybe I should get the Mercedes and then get the Porsche. But then I was like, to me, they're kind of like the
If you
same.
want to get the Mercedes, let me know. I've got a guy for you.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a guy as well. To be fair,
Okay. Might be the same guy.
no, my guy's in Collindale,
Okay, no.
I haven't got any guys.
Don't worry.
but it's only Mercedes.
Oh, no.
you
If
want BMW?
you want the
innit?
BMW, speak to Marv.
About what?
I get
Which
it.
conversation?
No, Marv had the BMW.
But
Yeah.
the funny, my brother's got
He'd be like-
my brother's got a Porsche link.
Oh, yeah.
Trim a bit off.
Well, for you to break him off, innit?
Yeah.
But also, with that being said, I don't plan on getting until I get my house. So, like, that was always, that's the
Yeah.
main reason why I've not got it,
Yeah.
because I haven't sorted that out yet. So when that gets done, best believe after that, and I got my drive,
Yeah.
the next thing is me
Porsche.
getting my Porsche. So,
Have you entertained an electric car? Because I've also been looking into that because I'm guessing it's going to be the future.
It
But I
is.
want something sexy enough for me.
Have you,
to
there's a
justify.
Tesla that's sexy. So there's a guy near our gym,
think I've
West
seen it.
Ham,
Yeah.
who has the car because I only see it in that area. It's
Yeah.
a white like sports kind of.
I
The cars-
don't really like Tesla.
No, I don't. But his car's sexy, and when I
yeah.
saw it, I turned my head like, "Raw, what's like?" It literally was a raw. What's that kind of like? I've not seen that before.
Yeah.
But is it like a Jeep thing?
No. His car's small.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Obviously, you're a big man.
Yeah, can't do that.
You need a big car.
But maybe is it this what you're talking about?
Brent, I'm short sighted, so to be honest. Yeah, it is that. It's like a sports car, but it's quite. Yeah,
That's nice though.
it's nice.
I think with Teslas, it's more about what they do in it
Yeah.
than what they look like in it. Self-park and all that stuff. Self-drive. But yeah, now, going back to what we were saying before, yeah, I think it's important to have a balance of both living for the future and living for now. Because on one hand, you could live forever. You know what I mean when I say forever. On the other hand, you could die next week.
This is it.
So you have to have a nice balance of living for the moment, doing what you want at the same time, putting something away for the future.
Do you know what happened to me this week? Yeah.
What's that?
So I came to the realization that my in-laws are rich. I've kind of always heard that they were, yeah. Like my brother's,
Oh, I think you're talking about your brother's wife's
Right.
parents, yeah?
yeah, them lot are rich,
When you
innit?
say rich, how rich?
But
are you talking
I've always heard
about? Yeah,
they're rich.
Mm.
But you know, you've never seen it. Obviously, I
Yeah.
see them. They're humble though, innit? Like,
yeah,
whatever. So obviously, we're going
yeah,
as we are.
yeah.
We're going for a wedding, family
Yeah.
wedding, and like, my bro-
Oh, you're going for a wedding?
that's partly why I'm going as well.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, like, we're all doing plans for like Hindu's parties and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
And I remember my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, we're gonna do the Hindu in like
Yeah,
their like family home."
yeah,
And I was like, because obviously I've got a picture in my mind
Yeah.
of whatever I'm thinking. Yeah, I've never been to their house though, and they've done like a massive refurb like in the last year. And then I got sent the link of the crib.
yeah. Sick.
Let me even show you. I said, nah. I said, wait a minute. And you know what? Do you know why I'm annoyed? Because you know when you're like, wait, so you lot are rich,
Yeah,
and you're so in close proximity, it's mind blowing.
yeah.
Because I don't know anyone that's like got money like that. Do you get what I mean? So I'm like,
When you say rich, you're talking millions, right?
bruv,
Yeah. Oh, even.
like they're
Okay.
and you would never know because my sister-in-law. So
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah.
this is their crib,
Oh,
fam.
okay.
Think Yusuff.
Is there crib in Ghana?
Yeah.
But can't money stretch in Ghana?
No, because that house, I know the value in it was paid in dollars.
Yeah, this house is
It's
sounds special.
mad.
Sound epic.
When you
And-
say in-laws, like
50 Cent.
I don't
My-
know relationship.
Huh? My brother's wife's.
Oh,
Thank you.
Also, you want to know what's even sicker?
what's that?
So what they've done, yeah, is they've built 5 villas on one property.
Yeah.
Each child has their own house.
Okay.
And then you got the main family house. So it's like a long stretch.
Yeah.
it's
Oh, you're rich.
it's mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
I said, what?
Listen, wealth is needed, man.
And then I was like, do you know what? Yeah, like it really inspires me. Like really inspired me, and I thought, do you know what? If you work hard,
it's beautiful.
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Literally.
I still think that money stretches better back home than over here, to be honest.
No, of course.
No, it does.
But
It
of
does.
course, I'm not saying that it doesn't,
But you can still
I
spend...
know the value of the house, and I know the value of the decor alone, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still not small. It's in dollars. It's still
But I
not,
think
it's still not small piece.
Depending on maybe the materials you use and stuff like that, you could still spend, say, I don't know, 10 million here and 10 million in Ghana. And depending on how you spend the money in Ghana, you can still kind of get the same value. You know what I'm saying?
And it depends. And also it depends, you know, because when we go, as much as you're from here and your money stretches, yeah,
They still add a little extra on
It's
because you're from there.
The prices over there are hiked up, innit?
it depends
Foreign
on
tax.
and it depends on how you live.
Yeah.
So for example, like if you go and live how we live over there, everybody else probably thinks you're mad because it's crazy expensive. But obviously it's because what you're used to. But obviously the value of what we pay over here compared to there, do you know what I mean? But it adds up really quickly. So as much as you can go there and think, my money's gonna stretch, you will scratch your head within a week and be like, rah, I've blown X, Y, and Z. And it's because you're not clocking it.
Yeah.
So that's your brother's wife?
Yeah.
The brother who wants to keep using his mind?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a brother, and that's his property and you don't even know about it?
I have a brother? What do you mean?
You said it's your brother's wife.
Yeah.
So it's your blood brother, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know what he has in Ghana?
No.
No, that's not his brother's property.
It's not his. It's his
parents.
The parents
Sorry,
of the
her
wife.
Oh.
That's what I said, my in-laws.
I didn't know.
And then I said my brother's wife's family.
Oh. So that doesn't trickle down to your brother then?
No.
Well, no, you said that they each have a villa.
Yeah.
So that means her villa is
It's his, to be fair.
Different. Yeah. Vacay. You can stay over there.
No, but that means you could take advantage of her villa.
Oh, I just want you lot to know.
Yeah.
Content.
It's coming, yeah.
Content. That's what I'm saying. Content. They got a gym on the roof.
Oh, is it?
Content.
So what's the figures?
Of what?
$10.
I got told the decor alone was like 2.5, a quarter of a mil. And then obviously that's just the materials. And then I don't know how much they paid the lady. I think they paid the lady like 150k. And then I don't know how much the whole house is worth, but I mean, if you're spending 250, a quarter of a mil on decor, big man. And what they did was they had a house, they demolished it to the ground, then bought the like lands next door, and then literally built everything from scratch. There's another video I don't have, my brother was showing me, where you literally see like each one, and like they've got like, you know, like fire escapes, like American ones where you've got off the roof and then you've got like the side thing that you come through. Like the house, it's genius.
What do they do for a living?
I don't know about the mum. I know she's from apparently old money, but the dad's pharmaceuticals.
Okay, right. Okay.
But legit pharmaceuticals, not not the man.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
But yeah, but when you see again, when you like that's why when I was telling my mum, she was like, but Gina, I've told you. And I was like, no, but you know when people just talk.
Yeah.
They got money. It's like, okay, cool. So I was like, wait a minute. Like this?
And how old are they?
Parents.
Yes.
I don't know exact numbers, but I'm gonna assume around my mum's age because they kind of all look like peers.
But you see how much you have to look forward to. At that age, they are now living.
But
right?
that's why I'm saying it inspired me, because I just thought, you know what, in this life, if you actually put your mind to it and work and grind hard.
But you're already like, your age, they weren't where you are.
I know, so because the dads always says how like he's impressed by our generation because when he was our age, he was nowhere near where we are. So it makes me excited because I'm like, I'm on the right path. And if I continue and put my head down, the possibilities are endless. And I'm thinking like my niece and nephew, like, you lot are set.
Yeah.
Because those are your grandparents. Like, you lot are nice. Do you get what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. Do you think that we've got obviously advantages to us and hence why we're able to, like, if you look at the entrepreneurship within our generation, it's much more than our parents. It's because we've got a lot more to play with.
Yeah, 100%. And we're a lot more confident, and I feel like we're not scared to take risks as much. And
Yeah.
also,
And then there's a lot more resources.
yeah,
available to
we've
us.
got a lot more resources.
They
And,
didn't have much.
and also, what was I gonna say? Like,
We have the internet.
Yeah.
we've got
that
literally,
connection is different.
exactly,
Yeah.
like to reach global,
Mm.
like global and worldwide, like in an instant, whereas they didn't have that.
Mhm.
So, and there's a lot more being created. So, for example, like the fact that you can make careers off
Mhm.
the internet,
You can make a career off of anything these days.
literally.
A man sold his collection, digital collection,
Oh, the
for
NFT.
$69
Yeah.
million.
I saw that still.
Mad.
69 million digital collection.
I saw that.
It's not even real.
The thing is, the fact that people on the other end are willing to pay that baffles me.
But why does it baffle you?
But then it goes
Because
to show
I
how
don't-
much
because
they
obviously
have.
it depends on how much you value that. I don't value art.
This is why it baffles you.
Yeah, so I'm like, you're willing to pay, and obviously 69 M's to me is, and it's, a crazy amount of money in it. So to pay that for art, digital art, like that, not something I can hang in my house.
I hear that. Would you pay money for sneakers?
Yeah.
Exclusive sneakers.
Yeah.
Not right
And
now.
even then, there still comes a limit to what you can pay because of your
Yeah,
finances.
yeah,
And then it goes up for other people.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I could never
Yeah.
entertain the thought of paying more than a certain amount of money for sneakers.
Yeah,
Because that's not what
not
I
what you
value.
value.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
So I can understand the nonsense that transpires. Even when we hear about like Van Goghs and this,
Yeah.
that, Rembrandts and
Yeah.
whatnot,
yeah,
I can never understand why people would pay so much money to
Yeah.
have this
yeah,
because I don't value it like that.
yeah,
Might say it's pretty, but to
Yeah.
pay all that money, no.
yeah,
That's why I'm so excited about the NFT market, bruv. And the fact that it is that you have, well, you're in on one particular part of it,
yeah,
but understand what you can do
yeah,
if it is that you understand the concept
yeah. I think
from day one.
I got to do more research and read a bit more. and watch
It's
a bit
mad.
more.
They're
So
now
I'm-
going to start attaching NFTs
Mm,
to authenticate sneakers.
yeah,
So every time you say NFT, I think of not for the radio. Don't ask. NFT.
not for the
Non-
TV,
non-fungible
not for the
tokens.
radio.
So
Yeah, I mean-
where before you had to get some website or someone to say is
Yeah.
that official, and then you get, now you have the authenticity
Yeah,
attached to the NFT.
yeah,
Do you understand? And that's going to change how people kind of collect sneakers and make sure it's authentic and this, that, and next. It's dope, man. The whole concept of it,
yeah.
it's dope. Once you get your head around it,
Yeah,
though.
no,
Yeah.
definitely. I got to do some more learning. But no, yeah, it depends on two things. One, how much money you have to spunk on. What's what I'm looking for, extracurricular or whatever,
Mm.
and obviously how much you value that item. But for me, I just couldn't pay that much for
A
art.
digital, yeah.
And it's digital. It's not even like it's physical.
That's what I said. You can't even. It's not
Yeah.
even real.
So my thing is, how much money is that person?
You say that now, but we are going to
I know.
be
I know. We're
living
going to be living in
this.
that age.
When you put those goggles on,
Yeah,
it's a different dimension,
yeah,
and that's where it's going. You've seen Black Mirror and stuff right now. It's going that way.
yeah. I think my issue with like the digital age, is what if, like, I don't like the idea of everything existing digitally. Scares me.
Oh, if
Because
it
what if it
crashes?
Then I've got nothing. Like, it's like pictures now. All our pictures exist
In the
on our
cloud.
phone, on our cloud, in our archives, on our
And
Instagram.
you see how you say that you don't value these images, but all of your images exist in this digital realm,
Yeah, because that's
and there's value there.
because that's
Do you
how.
understand?
No, I get that. But I'm saying that's how the world's moved.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is, it's scary because if I lose my Instagram account or my iCloud gets hacked or
100%, and that's why you pay
everything
for
goes
security,
everything
right?
goes down,
Yes,
then everything's lost.
yes.
And that's what's scary.
Okay. It's even more scary when your entire existence is tethered to this
Or-
digital world, and
No,
then
of
it goes
course.
get
Like
missing.
social media.
And
like,
and that's what
there is a question. It's like if Instagram was to
This
like,
is it.
as much as there's all these other platforms, imagine social media. We literally just woke up one
Mm.
morning and it no longer existed, or it became illegal and was bad. No, not even illegal because I feel like you can still have the black market and stuff,
Yeah.
but literally no longer existed.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but those whose lives,
Depends
like
on
as
it.
much as I've got a brand outside of social media, I still need social media is still a big part of my business.
Yeah.
So it's like, what would you do?
Mm.
Like, what would be like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But the thing is, what was the equivalent to that back in the day? So obviously, social media, even though
BBM.
it's got this, no, not in that regard. Obviously, social media has this like negative stigma to it as well as its benefits, but it's an essential tool. to how we live in this day and age, innit?
Yeah.
But what was the equivalent back in the day? Does that make sense?
A lot of other things. Social media's just put everything in one
So,
place. So like, for example, like phone directories or stuff like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
so what I'm trying to get is that for our generation, if Instagram or Twitter was to go, we'll be lost. What
right, what for our parents
for
or
our
them,
parents, if
what
they lost what, you know what I mean? What would they have to lose for them to be like, you know what? Like, I can't even go on. Because with us, everything's centralized now. Everything's in this one
yeah.
hub. Whereas back in the day, you had TV,
They had filing cabinets
TV,
and systems and
radio, billboards, teletext, the early age of the internet. But now everything we kind of, value is on this one place. And if that one place crashes...
Family.
What's that?
Family, community.
You mean
before the
word of
internet
mouth?
age?
Word of mouth.
No, you were asking what thing, if it went missing, would destabilize them, just completely break them.
Yeah.
Before the internet age came in, everything was just like the previous.
Yeah.
The internet age changed everything. So generations before our parents, it existed in the same fashion. Just maybe you have fancier cars, or maybe the plane looks a bit more swanky. Yeah. But everything else was still the same. It was all based on community, all based on family. Yeah. They didn't have things like what we had. Yeah. So that's what makes our generation so unique, because we had a foot in this and we have a foot in the next.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And like, do kids play out? You know what it sounds like a dumb question, but like, I'm playing out today. Yeah. Like after school or like over the weekend or like those kind of games.
I think parks still exist.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, like, how
kids
for us it was
out,
a proper like.
I don't think they don't play out to the extent they did back
the way we played out, like water
mean?
fights or like skipping, like in primary school, secondary school, like just the way we were so like you didn't stay at home and like be on socials or communicate on socials. Like I had to physically see my friends.
Yeah.
To be able to still have a relationship with them. Like now, obviously, we've had a pandemic.
Yeah.
There's people I still feel like I've seen all the time. Like even when I saw Tolly, I ain't seen Tolly in ages. Yeah. But it didn't feel like
connected because of social media.
Yeah, it didn't feel like I hadn't seen her or like I needed to catch up, because I just feel like, like I see you every week online, so like you're good. Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas when you're young, like for us back then, if I didn't, like 6 weeks holidays were real.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Like if I did not see you for 6 weeks, I didn't have a phone, so I weren't communicating with you. There was no internet. When we came back after 6 weeks holidays,
it was different.
We were literally like, oh my gosh, what have you been up to,
Catch
kind
up,
of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas now, 6 week holidays, you like still seeing each other on socials.
Yeah.
So
or you're speaking every day on the phone.
On the phone or whatever. So
WhatsApp,
what's the difference?
Yeah. It's true. It's true. No, it's interesting, man.
Yeah, I guess it may be the phone.
What's that?
The phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the phone has changed our lives for the better and for the worse.
For the generation before.
I think even for them, yeah.
Yeah.
And you mean that generation? You mean?
And you know what I find really interesting as well? Yeah, like, when you watch mainly American shows, and they page, like you get a page, you have to go to a phone box. I always
thought pages were the most pointless.
I didn't get it. You got a page app and then you look at the number and then go to a phone box or pick up a phone and have to call the person. It's like that was their SMS.
I don't even get how they work. What? Is it like a text? It's a text message.
I think page is the pager.
But if I'm watching a movie or a show, when they get a page, they just, okay, cool, I've got a page from this number. I have to go and call that number. Yeah,
it was never a message. It was never
so it wasn't
like...
a message like,
no.
Hey.
Or maybe it was probably call me. Like, I don't think it was long enough to like...
It wasn't a full message.
Yeah, because you couldn't reply with a pager. So it's just a one-way message to you.
There was
and then you
some
contact
pagers
that
that could go pager to pager. There was some, because they had a little...
That was later on. That was later on. I'm talking about the first initial pages that you saw with the one little
beep, beep, beep,
thin
You'd
screen.
always get beep, 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 and then they'd look at it with the glow.
Page number. Okay,
and
cool,
then
I gotta go.
pick up the phone,
I didn't ever get that. The two-way pages, I get it two-way. You message me, I message you back, cool. But the one-way pages, all right, you've paged me to say call me, and it just didn't make sense.
And guys, do you remember how we went from like CD disc Walkmans, so cassette Walkmans, Then we got like the CDs.
Yeah.
Then we got mini discs, and
I
then
never,
now
I never got into mini discs.
Did you
I
get
did.
some MP3 players?
I got I've had every one.
I skipped MP3 player.
Then I got an MP3 player, and then obviously iPhones or phones.
That iPhone changed everything, you know.
No, of course. No, not even that. iPods. Remember, because they came out before the phones.
Yeah,
So
but it's an MP3 player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like you could get any kind of MP3 player, but like an Apple and iPod was like the thing. Then you got iPod minis. Then you got iPod nanos, the really small ones, the shuffle ones. Then they started getting phones.
The funny thing, I never actually had the iPod, you know.
I did.
Never had the iPod.
I had a big one. I lost my cousin's one. Then most of the ones I had were minis.
I remember when you could only fit like a certain amount of songs in your phone back in the day. Like obviously the memory wasn't that big, innit? So you just pick your best 10 songs.
Everyone used to have like 8 gig. Remember your phones used to be 8 gig.
My best 10, that's it. I'm going to rotate the same 10 and then change them out, swap them out for other songs.
Yeah.
It's mad. But going back to money management, just one thing. So I'm going to stress the importance of like living in the moment, but planning for the future, because I had a friend who his life was patterned, like financially, business was going great, and his future was looking bright, like really, really bright. And unfortunately, he passed away. So he had so much in the pipeline, mortgage, car, business was flourishing. He had employees, like he was doing great, he was doing fantastic. And unfortunately, his life was cut short. So that taught me that lesson. Yeah. Like you never know when your last day is coming. When he woke up the morning of his death, he had no idea that was his last day. But it just shows you, like, with life, you got to have that balance.
No, 100%. No, I agree. It's definitely about balance because, like I said, like, I will buy a bag if I really want the bag and I like the bag. Yeah. But I'll also be like, maybe this decision isn't wise for now. Yeah. And it's not necessary. You can get it later. Yeah. But then I'll also be like, you know what? You've worked hard, man. You deserve to spoil yourself. Yeah. There's one gift I'm going to buy myself for my birthday. I'm just waiting. Then. Okay.
Yeah. And listen, money comes and goes, isn't it? And I think I look at money differently nowadays. I look at money as like just numbers in the system. You know what I'm trying to say?
And not a natural.
And then them numbers in the system, them numbers going to be changed, man. And you know what I mean? I don't know.
And do you not find it really amazing, like, or mind-blowing or mad how like, it's one moment, you know? Like it takes one moment. It goes both ways, obviously. But it literally takes one moment to change the course of your life in terms of like finances. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad. Like it's so mad.
And that's why it's very important to always have your mind set in a positive space.
No, 100%.
Because sometimes you find these moments because your mind is in a positive space.
And it's open to receive it. And also, I'm very big on opportunity meets preparation. So I feel like the way I've lived my life in regards to like my brand and stuff is I've got a really good work ethic. Even when things aren't going great. Even when I'm not really seeing rewards that I would want. But I kind of just forget about that and just keep plodding on because I always want to make sure that I'm ready so I don't have to get ready. So...
Yeah, that was my slogan back in the day.
Yeah, literally. And for me, it was fitness related. But like, I think in life in general, I've always positioned myself to stay ready and just always be on job and be consistent. And it's hard. Yeah, consistency is hard. It takes discipline and you have to be a certain kind of person to naturally be able to do it. But anyone can be taught and anyone can learn how to be consistent. Yeah. But if you are consistent in something that you want to pursue and everything, you're giving it 100% and the quality of what you're giving is up there and it seems like nothing's working out or, you know what I mean, it's taking too long, I urge you to be persistent and continue because honestly, it just takes that one moment for someone to knock on your door and you are already, like everything you've been doing has put you in alignment. So you're now in that position where...
Sorry to interrupt you, but at the same time though, don't sit around waiting for that knock on the door though.
No, obviously, you still go about your business though.
Not go out your business. So for example, that opportunity that person has knocked on your door with, try and make the opportunity yourself. No,
but the point I'm making is you don't know what that opportunity is going to be. So you can't sit there and wait. I'm not saying you should sit there and wait for the opportunity because you don't know what the opportunity is going to be. The point I'm making is just make sure you're prepared in the sense of being the best person or the best version of whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
So that you don't know who is looking at you or what they're looking at you for. So that when that moment does happen, you're already prepared. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, I think as well, just rather than maybe waiting around or hoping for someone to, hand you something,
Create opportunities.
create yourself. And if you get handed to you, you get handed to you. If you can create yourself, that's even better. And then you kind of, you're in more control. You own that thing, innit? As opposed to you having it given to you. But I've always lived by that creed though. Stay ready so you have to get ready still. And you can use that in so many different aspects of life. But I think people's biggest issue is like, obviously motivation is the key in it, but I think it's staying motivated.
Yeah.
Like finding motivation for me, it's not hard for me to find motivation. It's hard for me to stay motivated sometimes. And there's so many different facets of life that can kind of distract you and pull you away from your focus at times. There's so many different things. It could be anything, innit? But I try to remember how I feel when I'm motivated and try to, I always want to feel this way. And just channel that as my way to stay motivated.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to veer left, veer right.
Do you know what I think for me? I guess what I found easy is making things my lifestyle. Like making it fit. Like, so even when I'm not motivated to do it, it's autopilot. So for example, like brushing your teeth. I don't think anyone says I'm not motivated to brush my teeth today. It's just so ingrained in you that it's part of your life. So there's a book I read called Atomic Habits. I read it at some point earlier this year. Really sick book. And it talks about how to kind of like especially when it comes to goal setting. A lot of people write goals and have like a long list of goals that they want to achieve, but no one ever breaks down how they're going to achieve those goals and the steps they're going to take to get there. So it talks about like how to break a habit and how to create a habit and making it fit within your lifestyle and making it fit within things that you like to do. So for example, a random one was if you find yourself like procrastinating and scrolling on social media when you're not meant to, or you're meant to be doing something else. So let's say you want to exercise, you want to work out, you don't particularly enjoy it, but you need to do it, and then you spend hours on socials, right? So they were like, you have to attach one thing to the other. So if you say to yourself, okay, cool, do you know what? In order for me to justify going on social media, I'm going to do 10 burpees before I go on social media. And then that way, you get to do the thing you enjoy, which is scrolling on social media, but you also get to do the thing that you don't really enjoy doing, but you have to prior to it. So it's like the reward afterwards and just doing stuff like that.
You know what's so funny? I actually do that quite a lot.
Yeah.
So for example, just say I had to come here to record, and just to say, I don't know, my day wasn't productive prior to the point of me having to leave. I'd be like, you know what, before you leave the house, do 5 productive things. They can be small, they can be big. Write them down, and I took them like, I like to
You like to write and tick.
So I've got every year I buy a notepad. If it runs out, I buy a new one, whatever. So I'm always writing them in my notepad. Things to do this, reminders, whatever, and I always just scratch them off. So if you look on notepad, it's just bare scribbles because I've scribbled out everything I've done. So I'm like, cool, before I leave my house today, or before I do this, do 10 productive things. Do 5, do 3, do 4, whatever. Just to make sure that I'm making the best use of my time in it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm doing things that are beneficial. I'm planting seeds. I'm doing things that are gonna, grow and help me. And there could be time. There could be like I could have 5 things. One of them might be do your laundry. One of them could be call XYZ about the project that you're working on. Like let's have a catch up. Whatever it is, write it down and just tick it off. Yeah, and that's kind of how I live. To be fair.
No, and it's a really good way to do it. So, and I think that also helps with motivation because let's be honest, no one's always going to be motivated. Like, you will have moments where you can't be bothered,
especially this past year.
Yeah, lockdown, of course.
Yeah, lockdown has killed people's mojo, their motivation, their drive.
Yeah, you just have to find a way around it. So, like if anyone wants to know the book I'm talking about, it's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Really good book, really, really easy read and very practical. But yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. All right. So, did you see the police officer
Yeah.
who?
Do you want to talk about it now though? Because I feel like if this is coming out
Oh, yeah, right. You're right.
later, it's going to be so outdated.
You're right. Because this is coming out. Cool.
Yeah, way outdated.
All right. Cool.
But I guess, yeah. It's annoying though, because then we're not going to get to talk about it at all.
No. Weird. To be fair, well, it's not.
But I feel like we can talk about it.
It's not a topic that I'm not pressed if we don't talk about it.
No,
not,
I know.
You know what I mean? But it's something that's happening. What I wanted to talk about more so was the woman who said men shouldn't be allowed out after 6 p.m.
No, so I was going to say we can talk about it,
Yeah.
but just not the specific incident and talk around the topic.
Yeah.
Even in terms of, I've seen a lot online about, women not feeling safe.
Yeah.
And just that conversation.
Yeah. And even I'm seeing a post going around and it's like
Is it Davina McCall?
No, it's two sentences.
Oh, let me know when you get home.
No, it's what's it? No, protect our daughters.
Oh, cross out.
Cross that out. No, teach your sons.
Yeah.
And even actually, funny enough, there's a girl who voiced on me out the blue sky. Yeah, someone I haven't spoken to for a while, and she was like,
Sorry.
Obviously, she's feeling some type of way about what's happening. What's the woman's name?
Sarah?
Context, please.
You don't know what's going on?
No.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh, I thought you knew about the situation.
Okay, so it's everywhere. Let me get her name so I'm not misreading. So her name is Sarah Everard, and she went missing last week. She's 33 years old, and she was walking home last week, and that's the last time anyone saw her. And they've found her, like, it got confirmed today. So over the past week, they've been kind of like trying to find her, and it got confirmed today that they found her body, like her remains. So it's been confirmed that she was kidnapped and murdered. And there's a police officer who
basically, serving Met police officer Wayne Cousins, 48, arrested on suspicion of murder, kidnap, and indecent exposure of Sarah Everard.
So apparently he's linked to, he's linked to that. So a lot of things online, there's a lot happening online of, conversations and debates about women not feeling safe to walk home at night or like walk around in the dark and stuff like, being afraid to like walk home with headphones in and just the safety of women and just feeling not protected in society. And obviously there's a lot of men bashing and condemning as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like generalizations as well. So I think Davina McCall put out a statement today, and she's received a lot of backlash because what she said, the thing is, I got what she was trying to say, but it didn't really age well.
Read out. Remember back in the day when women used to carry around
pepper spray.
So
that's what.
Rape alarms.
So what they're saying is a lot of women are asking for that to become like a legal requirement, or not a legal requirement, but something that women are all given.
Yeah. So what? She got backlash from women or men?
Do you know what it was? It's because of what let me read you what she actually said.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says, female abduction murder is extremely rare. Yes, we should all be vigilant when out alone, but this level of fear-mongering isn't healthy, and men's mental health is an issue as well. Calling all men out as dangerous is bad for our sons, brothers, and partners. So, obviously, online, the conversations are very...
Hold on, do you agree with her statement?
No,
you didn't read her statement just now, did you?
That's what she said.
I thought you said that she wanted men.
No, that's somebody else. That's another
And she just responded saying,
I don't know if that was a response to that woman saying what she said. Hold on, let me...
Okay, so this is what the Baroness...
Everard was abducted and we suppose killed because remains have been found in a woodland in Kent. I would argue that at the next opportunity for any bill that's appropriate, I might actually put in an amendment to create a curfew for men on the streets after 6 p.m, which I feel would make women a lot safer. and discrimination of all kinds would be lessened. In the week that
All right, so
highly serious suggestion, because I don't have the power to do that. I was just trying to highlight the fact that when the police victim blame by asking women to stay home, we don't react. We just think it's normal, protect women. And in fact, when I suggested about men, everybody's up in arms. So where's the difference? The difference is that there is misogyny out there and we need to fix it. A UN report just said that virtually all women, young women in the UK have been sexually harassed. And so that might be just wolf whistles, or it might be groping in bars or clubs. But basically, women experience this on a daily basis. Entirely serious.
Now I understand.
yeah,
She was making
A comparison.
yeah, but it was more so a statement as in just to point out the misogyny. So she made a public display, knowing full well that it would go kind of viral.
Yeah.
I understand why she said that now. She didn't really mean it, but she was like,
yeah. Obviously,
you're telling us to stay in? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There should be a curfew for men.
And that's the thing, because a lot of the time, especially in like, I guess trigger warning from before, even in like rape cases and sexual harassment, stuff like that, it's always,
Why is she wearing that dress?
maybe if you didn't dress so provocative or all, do you know what I mean? All
Yeah.
that kind of conversation going
Yeah.
around. And what's interesting as well is, do you remember when, I think it was more towards the beginning of the year when we went into lockdown and people were upset about gyms closing. One of the narratives I kept hearing was women don't feel safe exercising outside. And obviously because it's winter, you can get outside at 6 a.m. and it's still pitch black, and then go outside after work at 5 p.m. and it's pitch black. So it's not safe for women. I don't feel safe going out to work out in a park or going for a run before and after work, because men haven't allowed me to feel that way. So I remember that was one of the narratives being pushed, trying to get gyms to reopen, and it was from that perspective.
Yeah. What was I saying before? Yeah, so the girl, she messaged me and said, this is totally random, but based off of what's happened to Sarah, me and my friends have been talking about experiences we've had with men who, haven't, like, just say we had a link or we had a date. They didn't really care about,
Maybe go home.
ensuring I got home safe or taking me home or making sure, the journey was fine. She's like, I just like to say I appreciate you, because whenever we did meet up, you always made sure I got home safe. You dropped me home. You checked on me. So I was going to show my appreciation to you, because obviously there's a lot of guys out there who aren't like that. And I was like, where's this coming from? And then that's when she told me about this. I never knew about this before. I saw an article about the officer, but I didn't know what it was tied to.
Okay.
So she sent me a few screenshots. I was like, okay, cool. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then there's one. Have you seen the quote picture where it's like, text me when you get home, full stop?
Yeah.
And that's the one that kept going around and was basically saying how as women, we naturally always message, like, I don't know if guys do it, but as women.
What, guys to guys, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know if guys do it,
Not
but as
really.
girls, if we all go out or if we go somewhere, it's always a text me when you get home or let me know when you get home. Like, and that's just how we are as women. And it's always to ensure that the person got home safe, because you never know, especially as a woman, like what could have happened, etc., and stuff like that. So it's just showing the culture or the space of fear that women have to kind of live in. I don't know if the word is fear, but do you get what I mean?
No, it makes sense, because men, like, I do it to women. Let me know if you got, like, if I didn't take them home and they got a Uber or they drove themselves, whatever the case may be in it, I'd be like, text me when you get home, or I'll message them, or do you get home safe, whatever. But with guys, we don't do it to each other.
Yeah.
There's no, concern for our well-being, so to speak. Maybe if I was out with my boy and he was drunk off his face and he went home by himself in the cab, I might, did you get home cool, yeah? Because he was in the state before when I saw him. But generally speaking, men don't really have that type of compassion for each other. And if we do have it, it's not put on display.
I don't think it's just compassion. It's these incidents are majorly predicated and dished up by men on women.
Yeah.
So we never have that fear when we're out and about.
Yeah.
So the whole let me know when you get home. We would never have to think to ask our brethren of in that sense. But with women, again, the history states that it's them that at risk.
Yeah, for sure.
So the whole texting when you get home is even more necessary.
Yeah.
Do you know what also is highlighting to me? Yeah, that I'm very like ignorant in the sense where like, and maybe ignorant isn't the word yet, but like I've never really. It's me thinking that I'm too brave. That's what I mean. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm that person, and my mum's always kind of like said it, or like my friends will kind of laugh, and like growing up, maybe it's the tomboy in me or me trying to prove something, but I've always like done things that I have not put my safety first. So for example, like there was a specific alleyway like behind like a shopping centre, which was like a quick shortcut to my house. And then there's no lights there. You know what I mean? You don't walk there during the night. And obviously where the alleyway is, it's like there's like nitties there as well. But I wouldn't be scared to walk that way home. And it's like, but why would you walk that way home? Like why don't you walk the main road during the day? And like, this is the difference between me and my sister. So my sister's very like scared. Like if she was in an Uber in the nighttime, like she'd want to call me and be on the phone with me and stuff. And like, I would like, it's making me reflect because I'd be like, oh, man up. But it's like, that's what I'm saying is very ignorant of me because why shouldn't she feel that way though? Like, why do I feel like I'm invincible? That something like that can't happen to me. So I'd be silly to put myself in certain positions where upon reflection, I'm like, Gina, that's not it. Do you get what I mean? Like when I reflect and like these conversations are happening and people are talking about their experiences, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that legitimately could have happened to me. Like what makes me believe that I'm any better or that it, do you know what I mean? That it can't happen to me.
A lot of the times, and I think you touched on it earlier, when you said you don't know when it is you wake up in the morning that you're going to die that evening. Yeah. Do you understand? Like, I hear people dying here and everywhere, but not me. Yeah. I hear people get run over by this, not me. Yeah. So when you're there walking this, that, and next, you're like, that's them.
Yeah, and
your sister's like, that could be me.
Yeah. I know.
And that's what
and that's
encourage.
That's what I'm saying, and it's also for me and her. I know that a lot of it is difference in upbringing. So my sister's I guess saying a girly girl doesn't make sense, but she's a lot more feminine than I am. She's got a lot more female friends. So when you compare how I grew up to her, it is completely different. My sister never went out late.